Okay, this next routine is going to be a single kettlebell. So what we're going to do is, whether you start on the right or left side, you're going to do the first 5 exercises all on that side continuously, and then you'll switch sides and do the other half of the body with all 5 exercises. So those first 5 you're going to start with are a single hand swing or a deadlift. Doesn't really matter which you prefer is what I want you to do, whichever you're better at. It's a hinging motion. So I want to make sure if we're deadlifting, hips go back, and we get a good lockout at the top. That's the most important thing, is that we have a good posture when we hinge, shoulder blades pulled together, and a good lockout through the glutes and the abdominals through the top of it. Reminder on your swings, if you're going to do those, set your feet about hips width. You want some distance out in front of you, a foot or two. The ball of the kettlebell is always in line with the arm as well as the fist. You hike your bell high into your hips to start your swing, and then you snap your hips straight, and you still get the same good lockout that you get with deadlift, except you have the momentum and the mechanics and the timing to deal with versus the deadlift. So spend 20, 30, 40 seconds doing your swings or your deadlifts. Then you're going to pull your kettlebell into rack position. You're going to set your feet about hips width, turn your knees out. We're going to inhale down, exhale up and out of it. So when we inhale, we want to make sure we tighten our belly. When we exhale, we want to make sure we squeeze the glutes and pull the hips forward. After we're done with our time on the rack squat, we're going to set the bell on the ground. We're going to do a push-up. So inhale into your push-up, exhale, make sure that you lock out, especially the elbow that stays on the kettlebell. So watch that your elbows stay back. Make sure you don't sag through the lower back. So keep your quads tight. You can always drop to a kneeling base with these. If you do that, keep your hamstrings and glutes tight as well. So after that, we're going to step forward into a lunge hold position, and we're going to row the kettlebell. Exhale through your row. Inhale, lower it. Exhale through it. Inhale, lower it. From there, we're going to get to a square stance. If you're going to do a swing style clean, you get into your swing ready position. If you prefer to do a no momentum, you're going to take it to the ground each time, step forward, make sure the bell's right in between your feet. Either way, we're going to stand up, rack the kettlebell, make sure our wrist is nice and straight, we got tension in our glutes. We're going to press the kettlebell all the way overhead, make sure you shoulder pack at the top of each one. Re-clean on each one. So if it's a no momentum, it's going to go to the ground, back to your rack position, press. If you're swinging it, you can dump it over the top, keep the kettlebell tight to your hips and your body, press it out. In your backswing, keep the kettlebell tight to your body. Work on your hand hop. So hook catch, pull it back in the rack, press it out. So then we'll switch sides with that. Swings as a reminder, I'll go through it again. Swings to start. So 20 to 40 seconds. Clean and rack your bell, squats. Bell is on the ground, push-ups. Good lockouts. We're going to step forward, row your kettlebell from a low lunge position, and lastly, clean press to finish off the first 5. After that, we're going to do, if we hold a kettlebell behind our back, we call it a hack squat. Otherwise, it's a body weight Hindu squat. Roll onto the toes. The more that you lower, the more the heels will come off the ground, shoulders stay directly over hips. Inhale down into it. Exhale up and out. Inhale into it, exhale up and out. With a kettlebell, you got to lean slightly forward a little bit more to deal with the weight behind you pulling back, but same mechanics. Inhale in, exhale out. Standing twist, a great low back, IT stretcher, shoulders back, twist your shoulders. The knee can bend on the bell side or it can stay straight. We're stretching out the hip and the IT band that we're away from, so shoulders stay down, take your time with these. Go as far as your flexibility lets you. Bring the bell back up your hip, unload your lower back. Take to the other hip, and find a nice stretch. Feet stay together on these, that's most important. Keep your feet together. And then lastly, we can do a mountain climber either on your bell. If you're going to choose to do those, make sure that you line shoulders up directly over your hands, and I use the meaty part of my thumbs and my palms Otherwise, hold a good push-up position, make sure your lats stay engaged. Either way, don't let your foot drop in the front. You can sprint with them if you want, but make sure your upper body stays locked out with these. So those are the exercises. Do your 5 rounds as always. Ask questions as always. Thank you.